I feel like it's been a minute since I've done one of these, but like I keep spacing these out just because I'm lazy and I've been really busy with work and whatnot because I have a real life and I can't do YouTube all the time. And I like to game and play play through games, and I don't want to do that I don't want to give that up for YouTube because YouTube is more of a hobby and editing videos is more of a hobby, and I'll do editing for other people and whatnot. So like forgive me for the lack of content, for goodness sake. But anyway, today I'm going to get into something I saw that was pretty interesting. I saw this a couple weeks ago and I was like, this is a weird headline. So I'm just going to get right into this. So it's at The Independent here. Why toxic male influencers are telling men to stop watching porn. Okay, I can't, apparently because YouTube doesn't like this word, I guess. But I saw this headline and it caught me completely off guard. We're just gonna walk through this for a little bit, and I'll edit out the weird bits and the bits where I ramble maybe, or the non-essential bits. Anyway, narratives of masculine excellence, pseudoscience about the power of so-called semen retention and a burning sense of shame around sexual curiosity are luring young vulnerable men down a worrying pipeline. Right off the bat, I think, dude, what do you mean worrying pipeline? I don't think there's anything wrong with... I'm pretty sure we already know the results of watching too much specific content, spicy content on the internet. Like, we know the mental effects of that, and we know it's similar to that of hard drugs. So I don't know why we're calling it pseudoscience. Male excellence? Masculine excellence? Narratives of masculine excellence. Okay, I'm sorry. The phrasing of this is just so strange to me. I have no idea why it's phrased like this. Narratives of masculine excellence, pseudoscience about the power of spicy content and the burning sense of shame around sexual curiosity are luring, whatever. And see, and then we got a picture of Andrew Tate here, and I don't even know what he has to say on the matter. Doesn't he sell spicy content? I'm pretty sure he's sold spicy content with women. I don't know. Again, don't know. Don't come at me in the comments with this. Don't know, but that's the rumor anyway. Andrew Tate, lamenting society's downfall, believes the spicy content may be a contributing factor. Okay, well, it didn't take Andrew Tate to tell me this. Like, I've known this for a decade and a half. Okay. Like it's nothing to be surprised at. Dressed in an overly tight blazer. I like how the person writing this article, who wrote this, by the way, Kimberly Bond. Yeah, that sounds like the person who would describe him this way. Wearing an overly tight blazer paired with I don't care. As masculinity's plummeted, a whole bunch of men are simply not having sex anymore, and then they become addicted to spicy content, which is that. Effectively, I mean, it is. I mean, well, we know that. What if you're okay? So quote here: "If you were the kind of man that you were supposed to be, you would have no time for that." I mean, duh. I mean, what's the thing about broken clocks? I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not the first time the self-proclaimed misogynist influencer, okay, currently facing multiple charges of that and spice trafficking. That's yeah, okay. See, whatever. But like what he said, is it wrong? Like maybe he's a hypocrite, but is the statement true? I think I can separate this. I'm gonna separate this right here. I think the statement is true, and maybe he's a weird dude, okay? Like maybe he's guilty of some stuff. But what he said, the statement is true. Tate is hardly an outlier among influencers who have slithered out from the primordial ooze of the manosphere. This is so, dude. I'm already having fun with this. This is great. In Louis Theroux's Inside the Manosphere. What the heck are all these? What is this? What does that even mean? I can't even read this. At first glance, it seems contradictory, particularly when figures such as Tate and what the hell have profited from cam girls and OnlyFans creators. Oh, that's what it was. They have OnlyFans girls. That's what it is. However, within it is hypocritical. So, however, within the manosphere's warped worldview, it follows its own logic. Spicy content is cast as the siren's call, distracting men from self-optimization and mythical masculine excellence. The phrasing of all of this is so strange to me. They're making this, like, they're making dudes that want to give up looking at spicy content sound bad. Like they're in the wrong. Like, oh, no, you should, like it's like they want me to be consuming spicy content because it keeps men docile, distracted, and down under domineering female control. I mean, it's not wrong. Like that's not wrong. It's what it does. Like what are we talking about here? Who are these guys? Manosphere influencer Tiki Talkie? Is that who's Tiki Talkie? And has previously called spicy content loser crap. I mean, it is. Where is that statement wrong? I don't. What? Again, can we acknowledge the broken clock, or at least the statement? There's a lot of self-improvement discourse in certain factions of the manosphere, explains this doctor, senior lecturer in media at whatever. Okay, spicy content is seen as the distraction, preventing men from reaching their optimum potential. Yeah. There's also the notion of the sexual marketplace. If you want to be a strong alpha male or a Chad, you need to compete for women. Spicy content is considered a waste because you're spending time on imagery instead of getting with real women. That's also true. So, I mean, yeah. There's no concession to healthy, spicy content habits. There's no concession to healthy, spicy content habits either. I'm healthy right here. These two words right here, these don't belong together. These can't go next to each other like that. It's like vegan meat eater or sexually active virgin. Alive dead guy. I don't know. I'm way too tired and stupid today. Or thought given to what pleasure women may get from watching spicy content. Okay, now we're talking about women. It's just all seen as bad because it is. So this person, I'm assuming from the phrasing of all this, they view spicy content as a good thing when we know it's a bad thing. Like it's not good. Okay, it's just not. Nobody can condone this. Oh, so then doing this becomes framed as emasculating, with a man's self-worth tied to authentic encounters. I mean, your masculinity and self-worth should be tied to your alignment with Jesus Christ, not being with women. Look, your self-worth is not even determined by you. It's not even determined by women. Like, your self-worth was determined before you were even born, my guy. The prophet Jeremiah has something to say about this. This still feeds into the manosphere's problematic and misogynistic discourse around women being seen as currency rather than people with agency. I mean, if they were people with agency and value, then they wouldn't be doing spicy content. Like, if they had value, they wouldn't be doing it. It's just that simple. I get it. Like, some of these male influencers in the space or whatever these people on TikTok are probably saying, I don't even know where they broadcast this stuff. I'm sure they're hypocrites. Aren't we all at some points? Aren't we all hypocrites on some level? I think it's okay to acknowledge that, by the way. I'm just going to keep going down here. Like, some of this stuff just seems like worthless to read. Yet the manosphere's confusing conversations around spicy content also tap into genuine anxieties shared by many boys and young men who have never subscribed to its ideology. Okay? 2025 survey of 5,300 people aged 18 to 28 found that 65% said spicy content was their first exposure to the deed, while 75% of 21 to 24-year-olds first watched it before turning 16. More than half of men worried they watched too much spicy content, and almost half said they struggled to cut back. I mean, yes, because it has the same effect as hard drugs on your brain, man. If you watch too much of that stuff, I don't know, like, some people just can't separate fiction from reality because, like, the fiction is what you're seeing online. So you have, like, this expectation built up. You know, they've done the study. Like, then you go to like look at and date real women, and it like completely alters your expectations and alters your view on it. So spicy content itself is not without problems. It's not without problems. I mean, it is the problem. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the problem. With increasingly extreme material freely available online, some studies suggest it can distort expectations. I was just literally just saying this. I'm probably going to edit that out. The Children's Commissioner for England? What, they have a Children's Commissioner? I mean, I don't know. I'm not into British politics. Found 79% of young adults had seen sexually violent pornography before adulthood, while 62% felt it normalized violence. Yeah, that's what it does, my guy. That is exactly what it does. So, like, that's pretty conclusive. There's no set measurable amount of spicy content consumption that's too much, says this person. Hold on. There is no set measurable amount of spicy content consumption that's too much. What? It's when spicy content directly interferes with your social life, your work, your sleep, or becomes a coping mechanism that it becomes problematic. Okay, so this person is arguing for moderation. I'm arguing for don't do it at all, because it's just weird, and it's just wrong. Regardless of how much someone watches, parts of the manosphere insist only quitting altogether. Okay, so they're gonna say that I'm part of the manosphere. I'm gonna be real, guys. I don't know what the manosphere is. What is it? I don't know. I've gotten quite a bit of what is it? In my YouTube suggested feed, like there's those TikTok compilations of red pill. I guess it's red pill stuff. It's something like that. I don't really know. I don't watch or consume a whole bunch of that stuff. It comes up into my Shorts feed and in my Facebook feed a lot too. I'm sure that would qualify. I mean, I don't think it's called manosphere or red pill content on there, but like I'm sure it would be considered as such. Like sometimes I'll get recommended those videos from the Whatever podcast. Like when Andrew Wilson was on the Whatever podcast, I got one of those clips in my recommended. So I guess that's like one of those red pill TikToks or something. Some anti-whatever, anti-masturbation communities claim retention makes men more attractive. Okay. Not all subscribe to the manosphere, but some repeat harmful ideology and misinformation. Strangely, retention only appears to have benefits when you withhold from masturbation and not intercourse. Okay, weird, but okay. It's like your entire aura changes when your tubes are full. Who's saying this? Another claims you have better face skin and the spark in your eyes. You don't look tired and drained of emotion. Girls start eyeing you like crazy. I don't know if this is true. Like, look, I don't know if this is true, and I'm pretty sure girls don't eye me. I'm way too chopped I'm way too unattractive for this, okay? I'm not there. So anyway, what are these more claims here? There's basically no evidence for this, says this doctor. I mean, okay, let's see. Let's go down here. Excessive spicy content use can contribute to intimate ED. Lots of guys have that. But that's with problematic levels of use. Some people may become desensitized and seek more extreme material, but that's an outlier. I don't know if that's an outlier. I'm pretty sure like people just get desensitized to it as like pretty quickly, and then they're always seeking more extreme content. I think at least that's what I've been told. Like, because as you continue to use it, kind of like as you continue to use a hard drug, you're always looking for that next high or the way to get the same level of high, but you're building the tolerance. So like you're always going to be looking for something more extreme. Among the apps targeting people to quit spicy content is Quitter. I mean, that's kind of cool. Founded by a 21-year-old Brit, Alex Slater, and a business partner, it offers shaming prompts, such as, what is your excuse this time? A panic button, an AI support chatbot for $30 a month. $30 a month is a little steep, but like, I mean, I get the app to help people quit. I mean, that's pretty cool. Told New York, so the guy who made it told New York Magazine the app generates about $500K a month. Oh, wow, he's making some money on that. More recently, 404 Media reported it was hit with security issues, seeing users' personal data leaked. Okay, well, that's not good. So I don't know. Like, I mean, that's a good business idea, honestly. Like, you want, like, people want help quitting. Like, you need some people to help you with accountability, like even in real life. Like, yeah, it might be embarrassing, but like, I mean, I've had my one of my best friends confess to me at one point that he was addicted to it, or I don't know if he said he was addicted to it. Like, he said he was struggling with it for sure. And I've got a friend right now who struggles with, I don't know if he struggles with spicy content, but he definitely struggles with relationships. Like, he really is dependent on the attention of women. And I don't know how I help that. Like, because I have no problem getting no attention from women. Because I just don't care, honestly. It's a lot of work. Okay. So while Twitter isn't affiliated with the Manosphere, elements of its marketing echo its rhetoric. Okay, so we're talking about the rhetoric now. Okay. I'm just gonna scroll down here and see what else is down here. Shame may help draw vulnerable young men towards the Manosphere, but it's far less effective at helping them change their behavior. I mean, I'm okay with shaming bad behavior, but that's just me. All right, I'm not going to go through this anecdote. Shame only makes people become more covert in their usage. I mean, shame helps you feel the guilt of what you're doing and gives you the knowledge that what you're doing is bad, okay? No, there's nothing wrong with a little shame. There's nothing wrong with a little shame. We need to start shaming people. We need to start shaming bad stuff, right? I don't think there's anything bad with that. Let's see, let's continue down here. But while most agree with the harm that be done, dude, are these typos? that be done when children are accessing damaging material, some experts argue blanket restrictions fail to address the underlying issues. Well, we could just do what we did in my state, where we just like restrict it completely. Like, you can't access the hub if I'm pretty sure they passed that bill a couple of years ago. I think where the state where I live, I think some other Midwest states too. Like, I'm in the Midwest, so like the state where I live, Indiana, they passed a bill a couple of years ago that made it so that you had to restrict spicy content online. I think you had to provide ID online. I don't know how that works, and I'm too nervous to give my ID to anybody on, like, you know, anybody in real life. So like, I'm not giving my ID online. No way. So like that probably forced a lot of people to stop. I'm okay with that. Manosphere content has become mainstream. It often starts with, I'll help you get fit, start a business, quit spicy content, before spiraling into much more extreme conservative ideologies. Extreme conservative ideologies. Yes, okay, so this get fit, start a business, quit spicy content. We're putting those as these right here are the gateway drugs to conservative ideologies. Ladies and gentlemen, this sounds so goofy to me, all right? There will also always be ways around technical blocks, while social media companies still aren't doing enough to remove harmful content. For Dr. Bailey, the answer lies in earlier, better education and healthier conversations at home. They always say better sex ed. We don't need better sex ed. You need better parenting. You need the conversations at home. Those need to be happening. The sex ed, that doesn't need to be happening. Like, they don't need to teach this stuff in school. Teach your kids, all right? Teach your kid. There are signs of progress. The Sex Education Forum found the proportions of 16 and 17-year-olds in England rating their relationships and sex ed as good or very good rose from 35 to 52%. All right. Parents also need a better understanding of what boys are doing online. All right. The whole phrasing of this article was just very strange to me. Like, it really just sounds like when I go back up to the top here, they got this picture of Andrew Tate, right? But then, like, the whole top of this article here, narratives of masculine excellence, pseudoscience, and the power of retention and shame, sending men down a worrying pipeline. And then down here, where was this? Yeah, right down here, you got these Manosphere content has become mainstream. It often starts with, I'll help you get fit, start a business, quit spicy content, before spiraling into much more extreme conservative ideology. They think I'm extreme for wanting to get fit, start a business, and quit spicy content. They think you're extreme for these things. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. Are we cooked? As the kids say, I think we're cooked. I think we are absolutely cooked. I just saw the article headline and I was just like absolutely fascinated by that. But like, yeah, toxic male influencers. Like, okay, like I can see how they're like, because I've watched a few clips of the Fresh and Fit podcast with what's his name, Myron is the guy, and I mean I agree with his. Like, you know, men need to get out and make money and hit the gym, get fit, don't watch spicy content, don't waste your time become valuable in society, like because men have a duty to society, so like we have to become valuable and strong so that we can protect ourselves and each other and our families and such. So like we have a duty to do those things. So like I agree with that portion of the premise of what these people say. So I may not agree with their methodology because like I come at this from obviously the true worldview, Christian worldview. So our methods are different, but the observations are all very much the same, where the content is bad, and we know the content is bad. So we agree that the content is bad. The solution is obviously the same, where we just don't have any of that. We make ourselves worth something. We make ourselves strong, and we protect people. And we don't need to devalue women that sell spicy content. We don't need to devalue women that way. And we don't need to devalue each other. We can help each other out of it. I don't know. It's just weird seeing headlines like this and then seeing things worded like I'm the extreme one for wanting to get fit and start a business. Weird stuff, man. Anyway, what is it that some of the other content creators say when they end their videos? Because I got mine, but like I watched movies last week, so I watched The Real Life Fake Wizard. So he like cancel Disney Plus, quit watching spicy content, get out of here and be good.